Hey guys, I'm going to start this video off by saying there will be a lot of engine building content in this video, but I have to kind of explain where I've been, why I haven't made a video in the last 6-7 months, however long it's been now. Basically, the biggest reason that I haven't been making videos is that I moved. I went from a little tiny one-stall garage to now I have a two-stall garage connected with a little one stall, which is what we're in right now. Some things that have happened since our last video, which I don't know that a lot of people follow my channel closely enough to realize, but I sold the 4th gen Camaro. That was my project car. I sold it to my uncle to help pay for the move. So now I'm in more of a position to work on stuff. Right now I have a new project car. So the new project is going to be an S10. It is a 2000 S10 5-speed with a 2.2 in it. Obviously that will be coming out because it is very slow. It's over here right now. I'll show you that, guys, here in a second. So this is just me explaining where I've been. And then I will actually, in the rest of this video, kind of get into doing some work on the 5.3. I'm using stock rods and stock pistons and stock cranks, so stock rotating assembly, and I'm just kind of doing ring gap and bearings, basically just rebuilding the 5.3 to handle boost, because it will be a twin turbo build. So it'll be a twin turbo S10, hopefully with a T56 behind it, and then I don't know what I'm going to do for a rear end yet. It'll probably be a 9-inch at some point in time, but so I'm going to go ahead and show you the S10 real quick, and then it'll probably jump right into some work on the the 5.3. Also, next video you guys will see I'm ordering, or I have a sandblasting cabinet on the way, so that should be here in the next week or so. So I'll be making some videos of cleaning up the parts and stuff, mainly the pistons, and I'm going to recoat them with some Cerakote, and I'll put all that on video. So there will be more videos coming out from here on. This is me explaining where I've been, what I've been doing, why I haven't made any videos. And it basically comes down to I moved and I didn't have a project car to work on. Now I do. So let's go ahead and show you the S10, and then we'll jump into the 5.3 work. All right, guys, this is the 2000 S10. It is a single cab, short bed, obviously. It's got the little cover for the bed. I know what it's called, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Tanu, yeah, I don't know. So, just a stock S10 for now. Gonna be doing a motor swap with the 5.3 twin turbo setup. I'm probably just gonna get the twin turbos off of the CX Racing. That whole kit, it's like a couple grand. It's like $3 grand, I think. So yeah, it's got the bench seat, 5-speed, obviously. I would just use the transmission that's in here, but it will not handle the power. So that will be our next project. That'll be probably what the majority of the videos are being made on. I still have the bike and everything, but it's wintertime here. There's snow and ice on the ground. So since I bought the sandblasting cabinet, I bought a new air compressor. It's an 80-gallon Craftsman, obviously 175 max PSI, and those are the CFNs on them. So that will be running the sandblasting cabinet and also my paint guns and stuff from here on out when I do some painting. But real quick, I'll show you guys the garage. So this is my main garage. It is, I think, 38 by 28, if I remember right. And then this one back here is like 24 by 28. So it's a pretty decent sized garage. That's the main reason I wanted to move is to get a bigger garage so I can have some more room for my builds and stuff. Like I said, still got the bike, CBR in here. It's on the, it is also like 10 degrees outside right now. So it's very cold. Like you can see the salt all over my truck probably. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but. So yeah, that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. You guys will be seeing a lot more content being pumped out, hopefully. On my days off of work, I can make some videos. And then you guys will also see the ending of this video will be made like right after this. So I'll be wearing the same clothes and then different clothes when I'm actually doing the work. So it's all jumbled together, but I'll have it fixed in editing. So starting on the 5.3 for the S10. So I have King's bearings for the main bearings. I also have King's bearings for the rod bearings, which are right here. I haven't done those yet. Then I have already done the cam bearings, and those are Durabond, because that is, from what I hear, the best. And that looks like a dog hair, but also maybe a scratch. That looks like a scratch. That really sucks. So I just did just torqued everything down to spec and did the plasti gauge. They were all within, you can maybe see that here. It's a bad light. They're all within 1.5 to 2 thousandths, which for what I will be using it for is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and start assembling the bottom end. Okay, so I got all the main caps in, and I'm gonna run these bolts down, and then I'm gonna start this torque sequence. You're gonna do the inners at 15 foot-pounds first, then the outers at 15, and then the inners get 80 degrees on the, I just use this here, you just hook it to your breaker bar and then turn those 80 degrees, and then the outsides get 51 degrees. And I'm gonna do that in the right sequence, and then you guys will see that, and I'll probably just continue the time lapse from here. And then I'll kind of go over everything that I've done so far. Okay guys, I want to show you something real quick because I just got done installing my crank caps, or the main caps to the crank, and I couldn't spin it. It kept hitting, and I couldn't figure out what it was hitting on. I thought it was like a cam bearing or something at first, but it was hitting right there. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but my cam retainer plate bolts are still on the block with no retainer plate. So they screw in a little bit more, and that little bottom bolt was connecting with the crank right there. See, it was hitting. Man, I about tore this whole engine apart for nothing. You back it out, crank spins fine. Perfect. So, keep an eye on that. Give you guys a rundown of what I've done so far, because that'll be probably all I do for this video. Because now I gotta start gapping piston rings. So, obviously, it's just a junkyard 5.3 LM7. I cleaned it up a little bit, painted it with engine paint, which I didn't do a great job because I didn't really care that much, but it does look better. I did the cam bearings, which are Durabond, like I said earlier. I just did the main bearings. Next, I will be doing the rod bearings with the new piston rings. I'm keeping stock rotating assembly. I'm gonna put probably a twin turbo cam from BTR in here because that is the plan. I'm gonna be getting a twin turbo for that. And then I just used a flex hone to get rid of the glazing and stuff because the cylinders look great on this thing. So I'll be doing, that'll be the short block, and then I'll be doing like obviously oil pump, timing chain and everything like that. And then stock heads, which are, those are 243s, but these are 706s. I will be doing a valve train, new springs, push rods, and lifters. And I also have rockers from an LS1, these, and they have the trunnion upgrade, so I'll probably use those after cleaning them up. All right, I know this video is all over the place, and that's because I'm all over the place, but I'm going to show you guys what I did, and I'm going to continue to do it in a time lapse, and then I'm going to start gapping rings. So basically I just polished up this little journal with 2000 grit sandpaper, cleaned it up a little bit. So I'm going to do that to all the other ones, and then I'm going to start gapping rings. Can't put the pistons in or the rods yet because I don't have ring compressors. So once I get that, I'll actually go ahead and start putting the pistons in the block, and I can have the whole rotating assembly done. But all right, so those are cleaned up. So I'm going to actually wipe down the cylinders with oil again because I got some brake clean in there and I don't want those rusting at all. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will start the ring gaps. All right, so this is cylinder one. I already got it, the ring's out of it. I broke one getting it out, but whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and gap the top ring to 26 and the bottom ring to 28 thousandths. And we will see, I'm gonna see what they're at just from the factory close. These are mall rings. And I'm just gonna use the piston to kind of push it down because I don't have like a seat. Let's go ahead and put it in the piston that it's gonna go into. Yeah, so it's 15 thousandths. So we're gonna have to open that up about 11 thousandths. And I've never used this before, so hopefully it's not too terrible. Hey guys, so when I did that first piston ring, I kind of made a mistake. I did a couple things wrong. And then I watched some videos afterwards that I figured out that I did wrong, so I fixed it. So basically, one thing I saw is you want to grind the ring outside in. So I should have been going this way with the grinder instead of down, even though it makes more sense to me to go down because it, you know, you got all this backing plate, but that's beside the point. And then also what I was doing is I was grinding both sides down, and you are not supposed to do that. So I actually went back and I grinded the first piston ring the other way, and I only ground one side of it. So the other side does have a little bit on it because of what I did at first. But so what I was doing on these other ones is I've been grinding it this way, which is like outside in, and then also only using the one side. And I have the top piston ring to 26 thousandths and the bottom one to 28 thousandths, because eventually this will be a turbo truck. So just wanted to share that with you guys, and that is all for now. All right guys, that is where we're going to end that video. So I've gotten some work done on the 5.3. I'm waiting on parts. I got gaskets and whatnot over here. I'm pretty much waiting on my sandblasting cabinet right now. And then once I get that and I get my parts cleaned, I can start putting the 5.3 back together. And then it's just a matter of waiting on the money to buy more parts. But there will be content even before that because I haven't even started tearing into the truck yet. So there will be a lot of content on that. I'm gonna tear the motor out, tear the trans out, basically everything. And then start working on that while simultaneously cleaning the parts and the sandblaster and everything. So you guys will see a lot of content come out before this truck is even close to being driving again. I was gonna make it an NA build and kind of go NA for like the first year just so I could have the truck to drive, but if I do that, I'm gonna have to waste some money on the headers and then rebuy the turbo kit anyway. So I'm just gonna kind of buy the turbo kit as I get the money. Hopefully I can still have it together this year. Depending on how I can get the money this year with tax returns and everything, that might fund some car parts. And then also if I were to start getting money from YouTube, but I don't think that'll happen. So yep, I'm gonna end it out here, and then you guys will see a lot more content coming with not only the engine building process, but the actual truck being torn apart, cleaned up. I don't know if I'll paint it this year, but I do plan on painting it. I am going to clean up the frame while the motor and everything's out. I'll clean up the engine bay and everything. So you guys will see all of that. And then next video to come out will probably be cleaning the parts in the sandblaster, reassembling the pistons and rods. I got assembly lube and everything. So, and then it'll be assembling the 5.3. And then after that gets done, it's time for buying a cam, putting the whole motor back together up to the long block. And then I got to find an intake for it, which I think I found one I'm going to buy. I just haven't bought it yet. And then it'll be jumping straight into tearing the truck down. So you guys will be seeing all of that pretty much. And then I hope you guys enjoy it. And if not, don't watch. So see ya.